Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, May 30th, 2017. This is Jennifer. I have a very sparse Talk to Me Tuesday for you this week because last week was crazy. I spent a whole day last week driving to the Dallas area and back to finish moving my daughter home and to also take some stuff to my son's roommate who he will be rooming with in the fall. That was a whole day, and then I needed some recovery time, and then I went out of town again, and so just my whole week was pretty much driving and then recovering. I showed you guys this a while back. I had some blank aprons that I picked up from the Linus Mall, and I had put this biohazard symbol on it from Urban Threads. Well, this was before I had purchased Embrilliance, which is the Embrilliance Essentials, which you can enlarge your patterns with. You don't want to do it too much because you start losing the density of your stitches, but I enlarged the pattern and I put it on a different apron and you can really see the difference. I did a biohazard and I did a radiation. These are all, like I said, from Urban Threads, and these two are for my son and his roommate for the fall. They will be living in their first apartment, and that means they will be cooking, and I couldn't resist doing something fun for them since they're both sciencey geeky guys. I did not get any piecing done on my labyrinth quilt from last week to this week, but I can show you my final block. This is Jareth the Goblin King. He's actually one of my designs. I did the hand embroidered version and Michelle Thompson did the paper piece version because she is our paper piece face queen. Most of our faces on Phantom and Stitches are designed by Michelle. This is mine. He's actually been done for quite some time because I needed him for a sample. So he's on the wall. I have 3.5 left to do. I got a little bit more done on the one I was working on last week, but not nearly enough. I'm hoping this week in my evenings to just be stitching so that I can get the rest of, like these little post-it notes I mentioned last week are where I'm missing blocks. So I can get the rest of these done and get this quilt top pieced. The Goblin King Labyrinth Quilt Along Design Invitational is tomorrow. The last time I checked, we only had a couple of designs. That's totally okay. Only having a couple of designs is fine. The next event for Phantom and Stitches, which is what I really want to tell you about, is called Choose Your Own UFO. And so the idea behind this is if you've ever been working on a Phantom and Stitches project, whether it was one you put together yourself with a variety of patterns or one of our event patterns, and you didn't finish it, this is your chance to finish it. June and July, that is all we're doing. We are not doing anything new. We're encouraging you to get your UFOs out, and we're encouraging you to join the Phantom and Stitches Facebook group for encouragement and cheerleading, and we're going to cheer each other on, and we're going to work, and we're going to get stuff done. So the first thing I obviously have to finish is my Labyrinth quilt, but I also have my Princess Bride quilt top and my Hobbit quilt top that have never been quilted. The projects are done. The quilt tops are done, but they've never been quilted. So my goal by the end of the summer is to have my Labyrinth quilt, my Princess Bride quilt, and my Hobbit quilt all completely done. And that will be all of my Phantom and Stitches projects that have not been finished yet. You can see details for that and get links to the Facebook group on phantomandstitches.com. I do hope that if you are part of the community, you will join in. Even if you're not working on anything, I hope you join in and just like help cheer people along that are trying to finish up their UFOs. Friday was, of course, Free Pattern Friday, and it was my last Linus themed one. I tried to share just patterns I had designed for the Linus Connection on last Friday, and I did 2 crochet ones in May because I have done several baby blankets just for the Linus Connection. Friday's was Coconut Candy Baby Blanket, which is one of my favorite ones I ever designed. I've actually made several of these, and I've done them in solid, variegated, I've done them in stripes. You work top up, and then you flip it over, and then you attach your yarn to the bottom and work in the other direction. There is no bottom and top because it's from the middle out basically. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you're not a crocheter, Quilt Patterns will be coming back this Friday for this week's Free Pattern Friday on Sewhooked.com. I want to thank you guys for the awesome feedback for my suggestion of having a retreat maybe next year. I am going to start looking into options later this year just so I have an idea of what we can do, and I'm going to have to plan it pretty far out to make sure that everyone can come and that we can get space, and we'll have to figure out how many people want to come and where we're going to do it and all that stuff. But I do appreciate the feedback, and I do hope that it is a thing that we can do for real because I'd love to have a Talk to Me Tuesday, Sewhooked, Phantom and Stitches retreat where as many people, as many of our online friends as possible can come and we can all be in one place for several days together. Speaking of Patreon, I'm going to be adding a new prize this week, for want of a better word. It's basically your gift that you get for being a patron. So your $1 prize is my eternal gratitude. Everyone that has committed to $1 a month, you guys are amazing and awesome, and every dollar counts. $5, as you know, is you get your names in the credits of Talk to Me Tuesday, and I'm going to add a $10 one, which is you will get a pattern designed by me, dedicated to you, which means that in the pattern itself, it will say this pattern is dedicated to $10 patron and it will have your name. So I haven't added it to Patreon yet, but it will be added this week. If you're already a $10 patron, I'm going to make this retroactive. I think I have 2 $10 patrons, maybe 3. So that means the next pattern that comes out will be dedicated to those patrons. And if you want to support Sewhooked and you want to support Talk to Me Tuesday and free patterns and free content and free tutorials, and you want to support the upcoming free event that's going to happen in September, go to patreon.com/Sewhooked and all the details are there. Don't forget that we have a new Talk to Me Tuesday blog. It's talktometuesday.wordpress.com. We are kind of in between right now. We're still using ttmt.livejournal.com. We are also posting to WordPress. So we're kind of transitioning slowly and gently so that we are not leaving anyone behind. That's the big thing, is I don't want to lose any contributors and I don't want to lose any viewers in between. So let me know what you think of that, if it's working well for you, if you like it. If you're a viewer, I want to know, like, does that work better for you? I know a lot of you watch on YouTube, and that is totally cool. I'm not trying to push anyone away from YouTube. This is more like an archive of all of the community's videos. So it's not just my videos, but it's all of the other Talk to Me Tuesday contributors, the other friends that make videos and share crafts and do show and tell. So a little feedback on that is always awesome. You guys know I love your comments. And if you are expecting mail from me, I'm going to get it in the mail today or tomorrow, and I'm sorry that you haven't received whatever it is I'm supposed to be sending you yet. I've just been out of town and out of pocket. I will see you guys next week. Bye.